Raspberry Pi can uh, it is only ARM computing uh, device, so that you can install anything that you want. You can install Windows if you want. You can install any operating systems. And Raspberry Pi, it does not have, for example, um, ROM, read-only memory, which has a bootstrap, uh, a small uh, uh, program packages that can load entire operating systems from the storage into memory. That's a typical uh, computers, your laptop or desktop. But this kind of a microcontroller, like Raspberry Pi that we have, uh, does not have the bootstrap, but it by default access SD card to load whatever the images there into memory. Raspberry Pi has a memory, right? It has a memory. So, so that you can attach ventilizer, air ventil, if you want, you better. So SD card is a must, okay? So depending upon the operating system's images loaded in on this SD card, your Raspberry Pi has different operating systems running on. The operating system that we are interested in this class is a Linux, okay, not Windows. Particularly, we want to look at two distributors of Linux operating systems. Raspbian, which provides you uh, basic features of Linux operating systems. On there, we learned Linux command. On there, we install some of the packages, right? On there, you did some of the homework assignments. Homework 1, 2, 3. I think homework 1, 2, 3 are about Raspbian. Homework 4, Scapy, but I prepared that when I was in the conference, so I was not able to carry this. So I tried on my laptop, right? Apple. So two operating systems are our target for this class. Raspbian, that's what we did, simply installed, right? Raspbian does not have any application packages installed, but that is almost complete Linux operating systems. On the other hand, Kali has a little lightweight of Linux operating systems, but it has cyber security applications already built. So once you install Kali Linux, a few of applications comes together with it. By the way, therefore, we looked at a little bit of Nmap, right? Yeah, Nmap. That's from Kali. Wireshark also. But Kali, there is a small version. Uh, Small version solely um, selected for the Raspberry Pi, which is a smaller version, which is not full version of Kali. Kali provides you very, very useful cyberspace attack and defense tools. Tools that we want from Kali includes, for example, SCAPI, but SCAPI uh, is not available the Kali that you installed once. Because Kali that you had is minimum size. The other two modules that we want to run and also are very, very powerful are Metasploit, and uh, Aircrack NG. Have you guys heard of those two application programs? Aircrack, there's a wireless attack, and Metasploits. There's a very powerful. It has a lot of strong capabilities. We do not learn all the capabilities that's available from Metasploits, but once you know how to run Metasploits, because it has all help and all, and once you know how to, then you can expand uh, as much as you can. Same thing, Aircrack, you can do, right? So next to including today's lecture, I'm going to cover Metasploits and Aircrack, so that you can attack, you can um, you can attack 802.11 through the internet. You can attack also, well, 802.3 and 802.11. I mean Ethernet, internet, and also Wi-Fi. Okay, so that's what we want to do. In order to do that, you need to have a full version of Kali Linux. Okay, so we looked at already whatever the version, whatever the capabilities designated for the Raspberry Pi. We had the one experience, right? We installed that already. We installed the Raspbian. We installed the Kali Linux, but the Kali Linux that we installed a few weeks ago is a minimum size. It does not have a Metasploit framework. It does not have so many others. I'm going to show you how many capabilities come with the full version of Kali Linux. That's what we want to have. before we do that, special. This is our Blackboard. So course material. If you click this, I posted, for example, two slides. First one is for Kali full version installation on RPI, and the other one is Metasploit framework. So we're going to work a little bit. And I ask you to bring, so prep for wireless, hold on. Your lecture preparation for July 19th. I mean, today's lecture, I ask you to bring 16 gigabyte SD card. You can try 32 gigabytes SD card, but from my experience, 32 gigabytes, it's not really successfully completely done for full version of Kali Linux. Although it is bigger space, but smaller space works better. Full version of Kali Linux does not really need full 16 gigabyte space. From my experience, about 7 gigabytes. Okay, so 7 gigabytes, which means it's not sufficient for the image that you had on 32 gigabytes, the previous Kali Linux. Previous Kali Linux, if you figure out the size of the Kali Linux operating systems can handle is only about six or 5 or 6 gigabytes, right? What is the command to find out? What is the Linux command to find out the space of the operating system? I mean, the file systems. Huh? No. So DF. Okay, DF. Yeah, we'll do that later. DF can work even in. Hold on. Let me help you quick. This is terminal from my laptop, right? If you do DF, then it shows you the size. What is my size? This is the size, so that you can see the storage size that can be addressed by these operating systems. It's quite big, right? But if you do this same thing on your Kali Linux that you had already installed, then it is minimized, which means when you upgrade to the full version of Kali, then you keep having the error. So you need to expand the size of the space. All right, that's what we do, what we want to do. Next week, when you work on error crack, I want you to here following device works well on your Raspberry Pi for the wireless attack. What you need to bring next time is this. Not exactly this, but something like an external USB Wi-Fi adapter. If you do not have this external Wi-Fi adapter, as you do that uh, uh, error attack, it does not understand, it does not recognize the device of Wi-Fi adapter. Does not recognize. This one, Raspberry Pi, has built-in Wi-Fi adapter which is not recognized. Through this, you can still connect the Wi-Fi router. That's what we did, right? But that particular error attack program does not recognize. But once you have external, not necessarily alpha network adapter, but any adapter that's available that you can hook up through USB, then it can recognize it. That way you can sniff and spoof the wireless packets from this Raspberry Pi. Okay. There is a reason there are 4 possible USBs, right? One for this, and the other 2, as I usually do, keyboard and mouse. I still have one more space available, but right now we do like this. Okay, and this way it works. Okay, what else? So next time, this is what I have. Alpha network adapter. If you have this adapter, this can capture the Wi-Fi signal very strongly. It's not only for this Raspberry Pi, but this works very well for any Wi-Fi communication. If you plug this onto your laptop, when you have very weak signals, Wi-Fi signals, but if you connect this to your laptop, then you will have a very strong signals. Okay, so this is not only for this lecture, but this will work in any cases. And also in the future, if you want to wireless attack, not only this Raspberry Pi, but from your VMware, where there is Kali Linux, you probably need this. It may be okay if you have very specific already known adapter installed, I mean embedded in your VMware, then it can understand, right? In that case, you don't need. But on this Raspberry Pi, it is fully printed into that one single circuit board, so it does not understand. That is the reason that we need to have this. So you will see that next time. Another thing that I want to show to you.
Will it work with a USB dongle?
Which one?
Like the USB dongle, will it work with it? The smaller ones. I'm looking at some like these little beat downs.
I think that they will work. But the one that I know for sure, if you buy alpha network adapter, then it should work.
No, no, very fast. I'm thinking this one. Like said, we're just
Okay. I think it should work. I graded the homework assignments, homework 1, 2, 3 already, and I know one more homework due today, right? Scappy. And then I ask you to do one more, homework 5, already posted. I'm thinking of, I didn't decide. I want to hear from you if you want. Right. 4 out of 5 will be graded, or five all graded, but I can um, proportionally uh, include that for your uh, final grade, so whichever available. Or bonus, yeah. So there are many different, many ways. But anyway, homework 5 is very useful if you complete this, because you need to install full version of Kali where there is a metasploits, and then I ask you to do a little bit of the metasploits work. Homework 5. If you do homework 5, then you may be able to see some of the extensions for your semester project, because we don't do much about metasploits, but metasploits is very big uh, tools and very powerful, and can do a lot more than what we could do in this class. So that that is a good tool for you to expand your skill sets, and therefore you can accomplish your semester project. Okay. Another advantages of having Metasploit's capabilities is that many cybersecurity companies ask you to demonstrate Metasploits, because this is one of the good tools. They are highly frequently used. So right now, I already installed the full version of Kali Linux. Um, Right now it's looking for network interface. I have two network interfaces right now, right? One external adapter and one embedded. So you can see it. Good. Which one did I need to choose? Mavericks, it's not coming yet. Let me see. Oh, network is not. Oh, Mavericks. Okay. Okay. After that, you can open up. Is it already connected? I think it is, no? You don't need to do it. Let me see. Ping www.cnn.com. Yeah, it goes. So it is connected. And let's look up csniu.edu. Okay. So network is done. See here, if you click applications, these are all the Kali tools, which is a lot bigger than what you have already, right? Look at here, information gathering. I have a DNS analysis. I have so many others, right? SSL analysis, DNMAP client, server, and more, ZenMap, and vulnerability, and web, wireless attack. Then we have here aircraft, NY, NG, and exploitation tools. Here we have Metasploit framework and Metasploit framework payload creator and many others. SQL map, sniffing and spoofing tools, so many others available here. This is full version of Kali Linux, which is not simply upgraded upgraded on your SD card. I need to bring web browser. What is this? Oh, okay. I have a browser here. Okay. So we'll see that blackboard.com.
It works in the list. I haven't really found it. That's why I don't know. But you gotta download VNC on Kali too. Because that's when it comes already installed. You just gotta enable it. So you gotta go to your settings and enable it.
Okay. I'm trying to open the slide, of course, the material that we want to follow for today's. So course material. Okay. This is a slide that we want to follow. Oh, I'm sorry, this is not correct. How to Kali Linux full on Raspberry Pi, not Raspberry. So what is the problem? Problem is this: Kali Linux full version has wide expansion of its capabilities, which means it needs more space. But Raspberry Pi the Kali version for Raspberry Pi itself limits the space. So there's no way that we can upgrade. Pictorially, you can think in this way. Kali images for Raspberry Pi, it's about 7 gigabytes. It's not really 7, about 5, 6. How do you know? Right now, ours, see here, if you do DF, type DF, what is the size? Total size? About 16 gig, right? 16 gig board. Do you guys have your own Kali? Do you have a Kali?
Kali as in Raspberry Pi, or you mean?
Raspberry Pi, Kali on Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, I have that. I don't have that version though. I have the
Right, all your version that we used, right?
for the home one. Yeah.
It is only 5 or 6 gigabytes.
I think it's 5.6. Yeah.
Right, that's it. But full version of Kali, it's about 20 gigabytes, but we don't need the whole 20 gigabytes. Here, Kali, so what you need to do is this. Here, resolution. You need to first install Kali Linux ARMS image on 16 gigabyte SD cards. As you did for 32 gigabytes, you need to download from the same website of the small version of Kali Linux and then install that on your 16 gigabytes. And then expand the storage to 16 gigabytes. And then upgrade the Kali Linux. Once you have this, then the other steps can be done on your terminal. Okay? So here is what you need to do.
Try that on the 32. Negative 1.
Do you have a third? Okay. On Windows. Oh, not this. Okay. If your 16 gigabyte SD card is not FAT32 version, if you have any issue to make the images of the small version of a Kali Linux on your SD card, then follow this. This should be done on your Windows command line. As I said here, command as administrator on Windows, type disk part, then there is a disk part prompt. There you type list disk, then you might have disk C drive, D drive, or whatever drive. You choose select disk 2, for example, and then clean if it has some other stuffs there, and then create part primary size equals 16,000. This is a megabyte. By default, the unit of the size is a megabyte, but yours is a 16 gig, so you need to partition your SD card 16,000 megabytes, which is a 16 gigabytes, right? So create the partition, and then see here list disk. Then you can see all the disk, C drive, D drive, F drive, whatever, and then you say active that drive, and then finally format FSC code FAT32, then it formats. The time for formatting takes time, but this step, all of this step is not really required for any 16 gigabytes. But 16 gigabyte SD card that I had, because I tried and tried a lot of errors, SD card that to this point, SD card that I had was dirty, not clean. So that I clean and then reformat. But usually when you first purchase and don't do anything, then it is already partitioned in FAT32, file allocation table 32. So you do not have to worry about, but come here. You do not have to worry about, but on your 16 gigabyte SD card, you need to copy. You need to have imager. You know that which one? Yeah, disk imager. Yeah, Win disk imager. Thank you. Thank you. If you go back to the Kelly, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, Kelly Linux installation slides, where you need to download the Kelly Linux for ARM images, and there you need to download also disk imager. You follow that, okay? So once you have that image on your SD card, then plug on your Raspberry Pi and power in. Then you will have this terminal. Once you have that terminal, make sure that you have Wi-Fi communication. So this is Wi-Fi communication. Once you have Wi-Fi communication done, then here is what we need to do. Okay, this is the steps that we need to do. apt-get update. So let's do it. apt-get update. You can update as many times as you can. It's not really no problem. Update means updates the resource information. So that apt-get update command lets your Kali Linux to update the resource database. It's not yet upgraded. Update means only the document updates. Upgrade means application programs packages are upgraded. So it will be done a little later. See here, it fetches kali.org. These are the URL informations. Those are updated. That is what we have updates. Okay, that is done. After that, here, apt-get install gparted. This is very, very important. This is something that you've never done, right? So I'll show you. G means graphical, partitioned. Gparted. I already installed that, so I don't need to do. You can do that. Doesn't really matter. Multiple times. It is already. See here, 0 upgraded. So I'm going to use the installation done previously. So next command is gparted. Watch this. This graphical partition tools on Kali Linux, not only on Kali Linux, any Linux. Hit enter. See here. So you will have this. Right now, I have fully available, right? This is by default original Kali, small version of Kali occupies only this. I have extend 4. I extended a 4 here, 14 gigabytes. When you have this, then you have here another partition. That part of that partition is highlighted, and the rest is blank. So what you need to do there, it's not my case because my case is already expanded. Bring your mouse on that divider and drag and drop. Bring that divider all the way to the end. Okay? Bring that divider all the way to the end, then that is expanded. Those who have Kali on 32 gigabytes, I want you to do this, so that you can expand that to 32 gigabytes, or you can expand that to 16 gigabytes. 16 gigabytes works, but I didn't try 16 gigabytes. I tried to all the way up to 32 gigabytes, so it didn't work. But you could try that. Okay. So if it is not if it is not expanded, then there is a divider, vertical bar that is movable. So grab that vertical bar all the way to the end of that box.
If we do it this way, we don't have to drag it.
You have to, because the minimum Kali has only a small size, and full version of Kali needs more space. There is a reason that we need to expand the space here. Understand? And once you have that, then what you need to do, as I said here, see here, gparted, and I said resize ext4 to the full size, and then click on apply. Here somewhere, yeah, here this icon, like a button icon. If you bring your icon there, then you can see the annotation. It says apply. Right now, nothing can. Oh, I have here. Apply all operations, right? But this is not clickable because already done. Nothing to apply, right? That's what I'm asking you to do. All right. So in this gparted, nothing that I need to do. So I'm going to close this. All right. And then if you do df, then you can see the bigger size. Okay. After that, you need to do upgrade. apt-get upgrade. apt-get upgrade. It doesn't take long, but a few minutes. Finally, you need to install Kali-Linux-4. This is not available on our minimal version of Kali, so that you need to install this explicitly, as as I did it, right? You need to do here apt get install Kali Linux full and hit enter and wait few hours. Believe me, few hours. Few hours. I'm not going to do that here. If I do this, then we need to wait until the end of this. I already did this. Okay? So I want you to do that at home. Don't worry if it still scrolling some of the messages. Don't worry about it. Wait. You can have dinner, get some sleep, come back. Finally, then you have that.
You want to do some 16 gigabyte card, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm asking you to do. If you do not want to do trial and error, then purchase a 16 gigabyte SD card and follow my slides. Then you don't get much failure. But if you want to do some of the what is that? Adventure trial, you can try with the 32 gigabytes, multiple days, and if you still fail, then come back to my guideline. This is not the only way that you have a full version of Kali Linux on Raspberry Pi. There may be some other ways. If you successfully done with another way, then let me know. And of course, then you will get extra credits. Okay, and after that, yeah, some on your way installation. If it asks Kismet set UID root, it asks yes or no. Then you probably say yes. And some of the questions ask. You don't have to change it, but there's a default among multiple options. There's a default option, so that you simply hit enter there. Okay. Only this portion, Kismet, it says no is default, but I want to say yes. And after that, Scappy that we did on Mac or somewhere, but you can Scappy is not in this application list by default. So that if you want to Scappy installed on your full version of Kali, you can do that here. pip install. No. No. Yeah, I forgot that. Because Scappy is not installed, so what you need to do is apt get install Scappy. If you do that, then you might have some errors. Right now, I do not have any error, but if you have an error, says error something about ECDSA library error, then this is resolution. If you have that, then pip install ECDSA. Okay, then that will be resolved. After that, do this sudo scappy. Then as we did last week, the Scappy works. how Skeppy works, so that you can try the Skeppy the way that we did here. See, IF face conf I face PRN equal lambda x dot show function, and one more. You need to have one more close parenthesis as I do it. So that those are the things that we will look at, right? Skeppy. So Skeppy works on your Kali Linux in this way. This just tells you that Skeppy is also running on your Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to stop it. Control C. All right. So, homework assignments 5 is something about this. I want you to install, I want you to upgrade full version of Kali Linux on your Raspberry Pi. To make it successful, my succeeded tip for you is to purchase a 16 gigabyte SD card. So once you have a 16 gigabyte SD card, the first step is to install the minimal Kali Linux on your 16 gigabyte SD card, as we did on 32 gigabytes, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, right? That image should be SD card, your SD card, your 16 gigabyte SD card should have Kali images, okay? Which means Raspberry Pi can start with the images available on your 16 gigabyte SD card. So once the minimal version of Kali Linux on your Raspberry Pi, then put it on your Raspberry Pi and run it. Then make sure that network is connected, and open up terminal. I want you to do update. Update means simply upgradable information is updated on your Kali Linux. Before you really upgrade, I want you to expand the storage space. One way of the expansion of your storage space is by using G-parted program. G for graphical user interface, right? G-parted. So you have to install G-parted first, and then run that program, G-parted. Then, as I show to you, another window popped up, there is a memory map is drawn, you may see clearly there's a blank space on your SD card. So that divider needs to be pushed all the way to the right end of that rectangular and then apply. Okay. Then hopefully your Kali Linux can address entire storage space. And next step is to upgrade in general, upgrade whatever already installed, and then finally install Kali Linux full. All right, then you will have Kali Linux full version. So once you have that, then come back here in applications. Make sure that you have full versions, whole 14. Okay. Today, what we will do is going to use exploitation tools here, Metasploit framework. So you can click anything you want to because there are so many. So network and port scanning. Then there's the Nmap and GenMap. So many others. So once you have a full version of Kali Linux, then very easy for you to do something for your semester project. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, exploitation tools and Metasploit framework. I want you to click this Metasploit framework. Then I have another terminal. Meanwhile, I'm going to go back to open up course materials. Metasploit framework. Okay, this is a slide that I want to follow. To get started, that's what we did already, right? In applications, number 8, there's exploit tools, and then click on that Metasploit framework. That's what I did here. Okay. So it takes time also. The launch, that Metasploit framework takes time. Look at this, it is doing something. So wait.
So
Metasploit's framework is a framework, so it takes time. See?
when we click on the application, it just install the terminal comes up, or do you have
No, I just click. Yeah, then automatically this comes up. And there, first thing that you need to do is try this. Show exploits. See what happens. By the way, I need to see. Oh, I'm going to exit that. ifconfig. I have WLAN 0 and WLAN 1. Remember that my Raspberry Pi, there's embedded Wi-Fi adapter and another adapter that I have external, right? So that I have WLAN 0. This is embedded. This is something that I added. So if you compare this to, it's a little different. Okay. So how they are different? Uh, Wireshark. I have your WLAN 0 and WLAN 1. Okay, whichever that you want to see. Right now, WLAN 1 is not up. We will work on next week when we do wireless attack. But today, simply, this is not up, but only this. As you can see here clearly, WLAN 0 has some signals, but WLAN 1 is not up. It's not activated. So if you click this, then you can see some of what's there. And let's do next. Here, help. Help is very, very important. So if you do help, there's a lot of things that you can do. Your core commands. Question mark is help, banner, CD, color. So I want you to read get, G, grab, help, history, load quick route, save sessions, set is widely used. Set means sets a context-specific variable to a value. That's what we will do. Phrase, again, is to view and manipulate background phrase. That's what we do sometimes. Okay. And then a module commands. So you need to, if we want to use some of the modules, then we can use. Okay. And information about some modules. That's what we use sometimes. And search, if you want to search some modules. And show. Job commands. Handler job skill. Very similar to typical Linux operating systems job commands. And some scripts. Database, back-end commands, workspace. Sometimes we create new workspace, and we need to do that. Alright, so that's what we did here. If you want to get more help about, for example, search, then you can see some more. Help use. Then it says the user command is used to interact with a module of a given name. So, for example, help workspace. So more about workspace. Help workspace, then workspace minus B. If you want to add workspace, then minus A. If you want to delete, then minus D. So right now, if you do workspace, then there is the default workspace. This default that is used. But if you want to switch to use the other one, then you need to use workspace. Workspace is only like workspace. If you do a lot of different attack and exploitations, before you do some, you need to create one workspace and do a lot of exploitations. And they are all under one workspace. And if you want to make another workspace, then you can add another and use that workspace. For example, if you want to use this workspace rather than default, then simply workspace and type that. Work, V-A-P-T. Okay. After that workspace, then that one is highlighted, right? Switch this default, and now default is unhighlighted, but that is highlighted. That is the way that we can switch one or others. What other that we can do? You can do a lot of. You can learn by typing help and some of the commands here. And you can learn more. Okay. Search. you can search for example, backdoor, or search like here, search Unreal. Okay, then it shows the modules Unreal. So this is an exploit, Linux games, whatever that. That's also Unreal Tournament 2004. Another one is this. That's the rank excellent Unreal. Another here that is good. Different ways, right? So you can get some information about that one. Then type info and simply this. Okay. And Control C. Info and copy. Paste. Then you can see some about that, right? Something about this. This module, Unreal. Name Unreal, whatever that is, backdoor command. Execution module is available there. Platform Unix, privilege node, license, rank, there's excellent ones. Provided by this. And basic options. Right now, rhost and rhost both are required. Front setting is not really set. Port number is set 6667. That is usually backdoor port. But host is not yet set here, right? If you want to access some of the backdoors of some host, then you need to have that host name here. And then run that exploit. Okay. So once you choose that, and then you can see also show options. Some of the options of that module that we looked at. This is the module. Okay. Some of you may ask where that module is located. I explained that here or here, right? That is available. CD VAL share no not VAL USR share and then metasploits. here Metasploit framework. So you can do CD Metasploit framework, ls, and then there's a modules, right? So CD modules, ls, and that is it. These are the directory. Each directory contains multiple other modules available. But start with the exploits. That is the exploit here. See here, exploit /Unix /IRC /Unreal IRCD, whatever that is, right? So that should be under this exploits. So CD exploits ls, then there is Unix. There's Unix. So CD Unix, and after that there's an IRC. So, for example, this exploits. If you want to exploit something from Unix operating, some of the servers running Unix operating systems, then you can use these modules. And even further, you may consider ILC service or FTP service or HTTP service, depends on what you want to do, okay? Or SMTP, like email, or SSH, remote login, or web application, or HDCP, if there is a dynamic IP services. So whichever that you want to attack. So here, if you see IRC, and IRC has that. This is the module. Module means that there's a packaging, attack or defense packages. This is package that we want to use. But if you see the package, then it has an extension .rb, but we are not going to use .rb. .rb is not specified here. Only up to just right before that dot. Okay. So everything before that should be specified. So this is the same as this. See here, from here, it says exploit Unix IRC, and then that file. That is this. But it has an option. For example, if you want to do, I do not want to do here false, session logging false, but if you want to do log the session, then you simply say set session logging true, and then show options, and that becomes true, right? Previously it says false. After that, if you want to run, then it runs. But right now it's not going to run because I didn't specify any about host, right? See your R host. Let's see R host 2. If you do R host 2, you can specify whatever that we want to do. Here, arbitrary, right? I have to configure, then what is the IP? I think there is IP, so that I can say 10.173.126, say 77. There's our host, and then run. See what happens. Unknown command run. Alright, we didn't do use. So instead of this info, we say use and run. This is just an example. There's no this IP, and we do not know that IP exists. Number one. Number two, if that IP has backdoor port, but if we specify that all, remember that there's a port scan and host scan using another. Okay, but here in this case, well, there's a little bit more, but see here, exploit fail. Of course, that's a fail, right? I just assign the remote host, unknown remote host. I do not know anything about that remote host. But once we know a little bit of that, using, for example, see your information gathering, that we did the nmap. Remember that we gather something about host and ports using nmap or SCAPI. By scanning host and ports. So use all that pre-gained data into this exploitation. That is what this exploit can do. Right now, see the prompt. Right now, prompt is exploit unreal IRCD, whatever that backdoor, right? But if you want to go back, then you can say back. Then you can go back. So those are explained here. Okay. Here's what we can do. The exploitation may have three phases. Phase 1, footprint and scanning. Phase 2, gaining access to the target. Phase 3, maintaining access, post exploitation, and covering tracks. So we will work on phase 1 today, and phase 2 and 3 will be skipped for you to exploit further. But gaining access to the target means any target services. If you want to attack, for example, mail server, if you want to attack HTTP server, then you need to have specific website and find out whether that is Linux web server or Windows web server, for example, IIS. So depending upon those, the modules needs to be properly used. Okay. So phase 1. Phase 1, footprint and scanning. add a new workspace to Metasploits. So let's try to do it. Here, workspace -H, so that we can see help. Space -A, and then you can see my network ARP. Okay, address resolution protocol. And then workspace my network ARP. And then see what are available. Right now we have two default and network PT, and then this is highlighted. That is the workspace that I am going to work. So I already switched it, the new workspace. And now we want to use the modules. Modules that we want to use is auxiliary. See here, go back. We have a module. The first directory is auxiliary. So cd auxiliary. Which one that I want to use? Scanner. In auxiliary we have the scanner here. So cd scanner. The scanning what? Here, discovery. There's a lot of others, the target that you want to scan, but this is what we want to choose, discovery. So cd discovery, ls. There are so many, but the one that we want to scan is ARP_sweep. Okay, so that is there. What we want to do here is that use auxiliary scanner discover read and then ARP sweep and enter. And then show options. If you see here, show options, required. Interface is not required. rhost required. shost to smac not required. Threads required. Timer requires. Timer right now 5. Threads 1. If you want to change, then we have to reset. So what we need to do here is that set rhost. What we want to do here, let's try to do nslookup cs nyu.edu. So let's play with that NYU CS. Probably we tried too much to that specific server cs.nyu.edu. They may attack us if they monitor something. I'm not sure. So let's try. So set rhost. Set rhost. I'm going to put their server 10 dot. There's ours. 128 dot 122 dot 49 dot 30. So remote host is a set. Another thing that we want to set is let's make fake. Okay, so spoofing. How can we spoof? So set S host. So simply 10.128.128.133 is a fake. Set as MAC, it's a MAC address. MAC address is not required, but because we want to spoof, we want to put that fake MAC address. Let's say AB, 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 AA. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bytes, right? In hexacode. So that works. And then threads 10 times. And then show options again. Then we assign the R host is that, S host is this. This R host is remote host. S host means source host. Source MAC. Ours has if we do IF config, then we have our own MAC address, right? This is our MAC address. But let's make it fake. So this is our MAC. I'm going to run this, but before I run, I want to watch this. This is a Wireshark, right? What I want to do here is ARP. So only ARP will be shown because that is what we want to do. ARP script. I set all options. A fake option. So we need to see what happens, and then run. So I want to watch. See here, that appears AB, AB. Did you see here? There's a spoof. AB, 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 AA. That's what we baked. Somehow we right? Complete. I wanted to practice.
So the Wireshark came up automatically after the command, or did we have to go into the Wireshark?
Wireshark, you know that we already assigned a particular network interface, which is WLAN 0, right? And then I captured. So if we open up Wireshark, then whatever the packets comes through that interface card will appear here. But I filtered that out, only ARP, so that here, see all the protocols here, there is ARP, in order to figure out this, to find out if there is that spoofing.
So we went to applications and opened up Wireshark.
I think rather than moving forward too much, I think I better stop so that you can catch up before we switch to wireless attack next week, right? So you have a lot of homework by 16 gigabyte, and then install first as you did for 32 gigabytes, and then come back to you start the Raspberry Pi, Kali, and from there, first thing that you need to do is that you need to expand the space using that particular package that you have to first install, right? Uh, and then upgrade. I mean, install full version, then you will have this kind of full version. That is part of the homework file, right? And then a little bit of that exercise. In this slide, I have more than that, but but I need to. Okay. Hi. Any question? So I think you have some idea, right? What you need to do at home, although you.
Yeah, so here Professor from 4, he said we can do it on virtual machine, VMware.
You can do here Scapy. Remember that I installed that Scapy here? You can practice here for your homework assignment if you do not have that already on your whatever.
But we can do it on VMware, right?
Yeah, wherever you are. Fine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a 16 gig. I'm all day today, so that's why.
Okay.
That homework's due today, right?
For today, but usually a couple of days still accepted. If you miss the deadline, then you can attach to Blackboard email. Then I can. There's a manual way if it is the case. Any other question? I think that is a straightforward, right? But it takes so long. Installation itself, several hours. I think 2-3 hours.
Installation of
Full version of Kelly. Yeah, you hit enter and then watch and get some food, some sleep, go out and come back. It works. Okay, I'll see you next week.